So this week, guys, I'm bringing you a match of TS versus BPM on Turbine Capture the Flag. This map is very interesting, and the amount of strategy you really need to play it. I think that in general our strategy was alright, but we made a few errors that really cost us the advantage we had secured. You can see at this first middle, the middle fight is kind of inconclusive. The med and heavy on their side get away, and our med and heavy get away. We do get a few picks. We get ruined down. I think we're doing actually all right here. We're getting a decent amount of picks, and I'm trying to get Jake here. I want to go in and just bum rush Jake, but I know this is a narrow corridor, and I just can kind of annoy him at this point. I can't really go directly at him, or he'll be able to headshot me. Of course, he gets me as I'm trying to go around the corner. He comes in with very little health. It's a gutsy play on his part because I could be waiting right there, but basically, that's what happens. You gotta you gotta protect your allies. Gotta try and figure out what's going on. So you can see though that our combos made a pretty good push in. We lost Rikachu there early, which we really shouldn't have, because he was going for the capture because we don't have our scout or our spy up, and basically that gets rid of all the spam damage that would have covered our exit. On the other hand, their medic and heavy went down, so that was actually a really good trade-off for us, even though we didn't get the flag capture pretty far. Cygnus got it to he got it to the L right next to the window, but it's pretty far into their base. So basically at this point, since it's 0-0, we know we can be very conservative at this point. I'm just going to go in there and waste my life going after the flag. I'm not going for picks. I'm not going to try and disrupt their momentum, even though I could at this point. I can go Invisawatch, try a few things. And maybe at certain points you really want to do that. The issue with our team is that we always had a strategy where we were being very aggressive, and Invisawatch just wouldn't work out as well on this type of map and this type of format. I would have actually switched to Invisawatch later if we had played it a little bit differently. If we had played this map defensively instead of offensively, I could have definitely used Invisawatch more. So anyway, this is, we're fighting in mid. We still have control of mid. You see Valen's trying to make some plays, but we do lose our demo to poke, which is a pretty big pick. It means we basically can't push right now. I'm actually kind of surprised they don't push, but I'm guessing it's because they feel that it's just too long of a wait. It's too hard to push out, which is actually a key concept, because in this map, it's not necessarily who has the best offense, it's not about these really key picks. It's more about who makes the mistake of pushing in first. That's what I've just found about this map, is that people who push in first generally do not do well unless they can get pretty far into this point. It's really a very stalematy map, and the issue with our team is that in this first initial fight, we're actually doing pretty well because we're both trying to secure an advantage. They're pushing out, we're pushing out. Mouse gets some key headshots there that actually really help us against Heinz Team TS, and I'm able to just walk in there and get the flag, and this is pretty key for our team. I see ruwin coming in. I put 2 shots on him, and he's really lit up. This is what I love about the revolver Dead Ringer gameplay. It's the fact that key players like ruwin really have to fear whether or not the spy is behind him, if they have decent enough revolver aim. And ruwin is such a key player for TS that it really makes me feel good when I put some damage on him, because I know that's going to really affect their gameplay quite a bit. So I definitely try and target ruwin a little bit more than I should. But getting back to the game, I tried to move it up, and we finally got it out of there. We finally get a flag capture right. So now we have control of mid. This is like the perfect situation right now. We have a capture point, and we have advantage over them. Look, they're dying to get out right now. They're making mistakes all over the place. That's almost like a sacrifice to me. They sent some people out there. I don't know if they meant to do that, but it feels like it's a bait situation. We get a few picks, and we go in now. And now they flank behind us with these other guys. So I don't know if they were sacrificing people. I don't think they were, but regardless, we do push in. And I have to say, we're actually looking pretty good here. Our push, I was saying that we want to be more defensive when we have the capture, but after getting those few picks, I guess we felt it was enough. Now, the issue there was I went in, I was trying to get it on that little banister because you can get the intelligence from the other side. You don't actually have to jump over. It may look like our med made a bad play there, but unfortunately he was being flanked from behind because TS had baited us in and covered our flank already. So even though it looked like he was making an aggressive play, really I think he was trying to get away from the flank of Valen, who took out our heavy anyway. So I really don't think he had a lot of options there. So I think the issue of our push originally was the fact that our push was no good. It was a terrible push because they had gotten the respawns at the right time and were able to defend their point, and now they can push out and really destroy us. And this is TS, right? This is TS thinking about the situation and really adapting their play style to how we've been playing. So they're saying, okay, they have an advantage right now, but we're not going to try and push around because we know they're waiting for that. What we're going to do is we're going to sacrifice a few players, and hopefully they take the bait and come in, and we did. And a little risky, but they knew they could pull it off, so I got to give them props for that. Sorry about that, guys. Fraps is acting up a little bit, looks like. But anyway, yeah, the scout was... I counted the scout there. I didn't want him coming upstairs, and I protected our flank there a little bit, so that was good. But as you can see, they're capturing our intelligence now, and it's looking pretty grim for us, actually. I can't recall if this is second capture or not, but at this point, I'm just trying to apply some pressure to the NG. I knew he didn't see me there, and I'm waiting. You know, I know I can revolver him down here. I hear the sentry gun. It's not that I don't hear it, but the issue was I felt it was upstairs in the vents, not down there. And for some reason, I didn't catch it out of the corner of my eye there. Jay was really, really lit there. He was really, really lit. And if I got one more shot on him, he'd be dead, and I'd be able to sap and get the free capture for point for my team. So by not getting that point for our team, I really made a mistake in the fact that I was a little aggressive, and I wasn't able to keep up with the flag capture of the other team, of TS. And, you know, against TS, if you guys make mistakes, you have to find ways to make up for it, and I could have made up for it in that situation. So here, just clearly died of the heavy. I was trying to do an aggressive play again, trying to get back some type of advantage. Unfortunately, the demo came around and blocked my angle on the heavy. I don't think I would have gotten the heavy anyway, but it might have happened. And anyway, we're losing pretty badly now. And there's a reason for that. It's because... basically, our team, once TS got the advantage, we tried to push around them, and we lost our medic again. And when you lose your medic and you lose the advantage of that, and they have Uber and they can just come into you, and you continue to try and push around them and keep dying, the other team starts getting a huge advantage. So here, ruwin comes behind me. Again, nothing's happening at this point because we're just kind of in a mode where we're always trying to flank around, and that really cost us quite a bit of points. So anyway, I'm just trying to figure out right now what I exactly want to do. I just defended my scout from a basic rush from them. I'm using the dead ringer as a body block, and I say, okay, body block worked there, well there. Now let's body block here. We're basically down 5-2 at this point. If we had been doing this earlier, it would have been a lot better. Because look how much difficulty they have pushing in when you have a dead ringer set up right there. It's almost impossible for them to get in fast. And look what happens to their entire team. They get wiped. It's ridiculous. Basically, we're able to just take out everybody simply because we put up a good defense. And my feeling is that we could have done that the entire match, in that if we had just realized early that once you get that first cap, the onus is on the other team, I think they would have made some mistakes. I think it would have been much easier for us to play a more conservative game. And that's really where Inviswatch comes into. When you know your team is guarding the point, and you also realize they're far up, and you realize it's going to take a long time for that battle to really be figured out when they're pushing into your point, then you can go after the NG one-on-one with Inviswatch really effectively. But when your team is always trying to flank around the other team, it becomes very, very difficult as a spy to really figure out what you want to do, because there's a lot of options, and the issue is if your team dies, or if the flank doesn't work, which it wasn't working against TS, you don't have a ton of options. And right now I'm just trying to guard this right doorway. I know we're not pushing in because we don't have any picks or anything. We don't have an advantage, I don't think. I can't see the medic's Uber charge from here. I really wish I could. But basically, it's actually very interesting what TS does. They realize quickly that they know they have us on the run, and we won't be expecting necessarily a push from top. So I immediately see this push, like calling out to my team, like, put some sticky traps there, do this, do that, and basically they get in for free here. And unfortunately, it sucks. I don't know what happens at this point. Obviously, Bronze is going after the soldier. He can't really do too much. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to get Valen down before he gets to the health pack, but it just wasn't happening. And then now he's getting flanked by ruwin. Everything's going to hell right now. And this is really where the match is decided, because we just made a great stand when we were down 5-2. It might have been 6-2, I'm not sure, but we made a great stand, and we said, okay, we're going to start playing this conservatively, we're going to start playing well. And TS basically said, no, you're not. You're too far down. We're going to overrun you with our DM right here. So great props to them on a great play. I think that, again, we could have played it differently, but did not work out there in that particular situation, and that really cost us the match, any chance of coming back. So here, I try and block Valen again. I'm just kind of taking down the heavy a little bit. You can see the demo's still up there, putting some damage on, and they're just trying to get every capture they can. They don't care about losing people. They don't care about, they're keeping the key classes up, which is the scout and the demo there. Demo's pretty much spamming it, and I was not able to guard it at that point. So basically, you can see ruwin's doing some work right now, doing a pretty good job for their team, and we just lose 2 more captures after this because they made that one good push into mid. So again, props to them. They really took over the match at that exact moment. I think, it's going to be a tough team to beat. So here, I know this is probably a long shot. It's a lot of the way. And yeah, there's ruwin. He's going to call me out, so I have to go after him immediately. I dodged the piss here, which I'm happy about. But I kind of try and make an aggressive play when possibly I shouldn't. No, actually, this is the good play. Yeah, I counter Valen coming through because I realized they just got the flag, and I just want to stop his momentum because I know he can rocket jump out of there really fast. I've seen it earlier in the game, and so I stopped the main guy who was going to carry it fast, and then Tom gets ruwin, who's going to get it out there fast too. So really good picks here, and we really shut him down pretty well. And now it's definitely, I think, 6-2, and basically the intelligence is held there. But we let the heavy get it, and that's just a key problem. Like, we're in mode where we got to send everybody to their flag room because we just wiped and we need to get their intelligence. But we fail to realize that it's 6-2, and as soon as they get the 7th cap, the half ends. So we really needed to put people on defense there and really, shore it up. And I think issues like that, problems like that, really screwed with us. So because we didn't really figure out how exactly to play this map, and we've got about 10, how goes to 10 and things like that. Different people forgot, but here we're playing in the mid fight, and this is the best part of our game. Obviously, when you have a revolver spy who can just come behind them and do damage of a scout, basically. I mean, obviously it's a little bit less, but I can also be a great distraction. You saw that the heavy focused on killing me instead of focusing on killing our scout, who he was aiming for earlier, and our scout goes back up to full health, basically. I'm able to get the pick on the med and the demo in the mid fight. It's really looking good. I mean, our mid fights are very strong, and that's why this team. At the same time, we can get this initial advantage on this map, but at the same time, this is why we're going to be a powerful team, is because we have these really good mid fights, just simply because we have all this damage coming out, and we don't have the best strategy right now, and that's probably our weakness. So you can see right now, we took the point, we got it pretty far out. TS makes a really good play here in cutting us off. If the game had been closer, I think we would have probably taken our heavy and our medic out earlier. You see, we were trying to spawn camp there with the demo. We were trying to get our scout out early, and they countered that scout. Had we been, had been a close match like 3-3 or something like that, we probably would have sent back our combo as well to guard our flank, to guard our scouts. So when they tried to flank, we would probably get a lot of kills out of that, and that could even lead to more captures. So it's just, you got to realize what's going on here. We're trying to, maintain our position in their spawn, basically get a few flag captures out of one. And it costs us a simple flag capture, and it allows them to actually get a counter push on us. So once you get down in points against a good team, it is very difficult to come back. And as a spy, you have a few options. Here, my monitor went down a little bit. It actually fell off the pedestal. That's why I lagged out. And unfortunately, I'm not able to block the scout from leaving. I don't know if it would have made any difference. You can see no one's there, and we're trying to wrap around again. And this wraparound, I gotta say, it did not work out well for us the way we did it, and you can see we're getting some kills here. Obviously, some pretty nice kills. This wraparound this one time really started to work out for us, but it is still the issue. We've already lost so many dang captures, and what do you do at this point? You got to be aggressive, and the other team knows that, and they'll abuse that. So. Here you can see I'm just taking ruwin on one-on-one. I don't plan to kill him. I just plan to damage him a little bit for my team. I want him down because I know that he's one of these guys who's going to flank us and ruin our push, ruin our flag carrier, things like that. So the issue here is, we get ruined down, and everything's starting to look pretty good for this capture point. I'm sapping the sentry, and bronze comes in and gets the flag capture. We're starting to really look good, but we're just down so many points still, and it's still difficult. And once again, here, I missed the stab on the NG. I probably should get this one, but I miss it, and I'm starting to do some damage. He makes a big mistake bringing out his Wrangler, but I'm still going for the middle of the body shot at this point. I'm not going for the headshot because I don't use Ambassador, so I actually fucked this up. And again, another fuck up by me where Jake probably would have killed me right after that, but it's possible I would have killed the NG. If I got him earlier, I could have killed the NG, killed Jake, took the flag, got out of that room. And again, at this point in the match, it doesn't really matter because we're barely hanging on. They keep on getting into our spawn, getting the flag, and getting it pretty far out. So, we're really doing a race. We're not going to win at this point. You saw there, though, that was my favorite kill of the match, is killing Ruwin when he's overbuffed. All I needed was that little flank on him. Obviously he doesn't have a lot of room to move in that small hallway, which is part of the reason I was able to do that. But basically, against that's what DR Revolver Spy is about, being able to kill anyone, even if it's Ruin from Classic Mix-Up. So anyway, thanks for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed. I tried to go over it as a team thing because this map really is about the team. As a spy, you have to do what your team needs you to do. And basically, I tried to make some plays on the NG. It didn't work out the way I wanted to, and I regret that, obviously. But at the same time, I feel that as our strategy for the entire team, we made a mistake by constantly trying to always outflank TS when the opportunity really wasn't there, and they would get some easy captures off that. And doing that is just really, really detrimental to coming back. You lose a few captures, then the other team knows you're down, they can feel it, and they understand how to kind of combat that. So anyway, I think our strategy would change there a little bit, but I think we would probably utilize our mid advantage more because we basically won every mid fight we ever played in all of our scrimmages against Bonus, obviously against TS. We won the mid fights, and I think that's a strong point of our game. And if we would have just utilized a defensive game style, I think would have been a lot closer and a lot more fun to watch. I definitely would have varied up from Invisitwatch to Dead Ringer, and I know this video was a little bit longer. I kind of wanted to give you guys an insight into what I'm thinking about as a spy. I think everybody in this match, made some mistakes, but this is definitely not a common map. Obviously, capture the flag is, definitely different. And as a spy, you basically need to be able to adjust to the circumstances. And circumstances dictated that I go for some pretty big plays that a lot of them didn't work out, unfortunately. But was a fun match against TS, and I look forward to seeing them in the playoffs, hopefully. I think this team's getting really, if we can just get our strategy down a little bit more for some of these maps, I think we're going to be a very tough team to beat. So look forward to giving you guys more information. I'm sorry I haven't been giving you guys information. It's because we're going up against teams like TS. I don't really want to give them any information before the match, but now that we're probably going to face someone a little bit lower, I might do a scrim video or something like that to kind of give you guys some information on what you kind of want to do on this map for your next match. So thanks for watching.